Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. So let me ask you a question. What does Alaska Prepper do when he knows he's getting a check from the state of Alaska for the Permanent Dividend Fund? Well, he does what every red-blooded American would do. He goes shopping. But instead of going shopping for flat screen TVs and things that I really don't need, actually, since I've already got a flat screen TV, which was actually a gift, by the way. Like I was saying, instead of shopping for flat screen TVs and things that I don't need, ladies and gentlemen, I don't need this. But I have a feeling that one day there's a good possibility that I will. And that's why I do this. Just in case anyone is asking or feels like asking, because I saw a comment the other day that kind of made me laugh. In a way, it made me laugh in a pity kind of way, you know? I was like, oh my goodness. Someone was commenting on a pantry video that I put up, and they said there's no way they would ever eat food that is expired or passes beyond best by date. There's no way. They get rid of it every so many months out of their pantry. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, well, good for you. So let me show you guys what I got. I got a whole bunch of canned proteins. All right, I diverted from the proteins a little bit, but I got a whole bunch of it. And after I show you what I got, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like when I put it away in my pantry. So first, let's start off with the non-food items. I picked up these straps. These are like ratchet straps, tie downs. I'm not sure what's the name. Ratchet tie downs. And I go through these all the time. Use them all the time. And it was a pack of 4 for $21. Very, very good deal. So I got that. This is a great deal, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys are at Costco, this is a pack of 2 duct tape. And these are the big rolls for less than $8. So that pack of 2 rolls of duct tape is less than $8 at Costco. And if you guys all remember, back when I did the video about my truck's window breaking, I ended up using about half of a roll, and it was the same size. It was a big roll like this. I ended up using about half of one, so I went ahead and got a 2-pack, which is a great deal. I might go back and get some more, because that's just a really good deal. Less than $8 for 2 big rolls of duct tape. And I also picked up, in the non-food area, a couple of packs of socks. I know that I haven't done very many videos on those kinds of preps, but I will. I'm going to have a video coming here in a few days, probably maybe next week, on boots and things like that. But we don't want to forget socks, underwear, things that you really don't think about because it's muscle memory on a daily basis. All right, so I ended up getting these chilies from Costco's. Let me show you here. So I got these chilies from Costco, and there's a quick story behind it. So me and the family went to visit Billy and Dee, and they made chili, and we had some chili, and I was like, man, that chili is really good. You know, can you give me the recipe? And they opened their cupboard and showed me this. So what they do is they take a couple of cans of this, or more specifically to what they did when we were there, or what they told us was they took 3 cans of this chili with like a pound and a half of ground beef and a few extra seasonings and an extra can of beans, and that's how they made it. And it was really, really good. So I decided to get some of these. I've seen these at Costco's for a while, but had never really met anyone that had any, or had tried any myself, and I didn't want to buy a whole case for nothing, but they were so good that I bought 3 cases. So I bought 24 cans of that. Let's see. Here I got 6 cans of cream of chicken, Campbell's, and I got 12 cans of the cream of mushroom. And those last a while in the can, and there's a lot of things that you can do with those. And they were for a pretty good price. These came out to like 69 cents a piece, and the mushrooms came out to like 79 cents a piece. I ended up getting more canned chicken. As you can see here, I got an entire case, and an entire case is 36 cans. I got 5 cans of roast beef in a can, and these are 12-ounce sizes. And I got 5 cans of roast beef and gravy. Now, I really like the Keystone. I'm sorry, I got 5 cans of roast beef and gravy. I don't know if I said corned beef, but roast beef. And I really like the Keystone brand, but like I said, I really can't get it anywhere around here. And the only place I can get it from is Amazon. And every time that I've ordered from them, they've come indented. So I kind of stopped ordering from them as far as the Keystone brand beef goes. I ended up getting another 25 cans of corned beef. Let me see, is that right? No, I think it's more than that. We got 14, 20, no, it's 20, 30, 33 cans. I ended up getting another 33 cans of corned beef. And when I went through the cashier register, the girl asked me, why are you getting so much corned beef? And I said, because I like corned beef. And this corned beef, ladies and gentlemen, the expiration date out is like 23. It's like 2023. So this has a great expiration date. Same as these right here. Let me take a quick look. So the expiration date on this is only 2 years, well, a little 2 years out, 2021. So it's still pretty good. And I, of course, had to get some more coffees because I'm on my last can of coffee right now. So I've been going through 1 can of this coffee here, the 10-ounce size, about 1 every 3 weeks or so. And all of the pinto beans that I pressure canned, I don't know, about 6 months ago or so, they're all gone. We've used them up. So we went ahead and got some actually canned beans until I go ahead and pressure can some more on my own. Because I would rather do it myself, but I don't like to pressure can in the non-winter seasons. Usually most of my pressure canning is in the winter that I do. All right, and I understand that when I get a garden here, eventually I'll have to start doing it, you know, towards the end of summer as well for the harvest. So I ended up getting like 9 cans of beans. Got a couple of big jars of sauerkraut. This stuff will pretty much stay on your shelf, I don't know, a really long time, you know, because it is fermented cabbage. And we all like sauerkraut around here. Got a couple of jars of the cherries. What are they called? Maraschino cherries. Believe it or not, we actually do keep these in stock. Normally not this big of a jar. We got these at Costco, usually the smaller jars. But we do use these on a regular basis. Actually gonna make some brownies here. Probably this weekend. We'll probably chop some of these up and put them in one of the pans of brownies. And of course we got more olives, and we got some olive oil that was on sale at Costco. Now, one of the things that I do, ladies and gentlemen, to try to keep my stocks up on things like this, like olive oil, olives, things like that, is that whenever I go and grab one out of my long-term pantry, out of my mid to long-term pantry, to bring it out here to the kitchen or to put it into my working pantry, whenever I go grab one, I usually buy 2 of whatever I grabbed. That's a really great way to start prepping if you guys haven't started yet. If you're going to buy 1 of something, just buy 2 and put the other one back. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to show you guys how this all fit inside my new pantry space that I made by bringing some of those number 10 cans downstairs to underneath the house. So we'll be back in a little bit. So ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, even with all that food that I bought, that didn't even fill half of one of these shelves. So I'm really glad that I decided to move some of my number 10 cans to underneath the house to make room for more protein up here. Because there looks like we can still put quite a bit in there. But as you can see, I'm pretty much stocked up on all the corned beef I'll need for at least a year, year and a half. I'm thinking there's enough corned beef there for about a year and a half because I've got about 60 cans. And we go through a can every, I would say, every 2 weeks or so. You know, sometimes every week, sometimes every 2 weeks, sometimes every 3. So I would say I average about, 25 to 30 cans of this a year. So we've got enough, we're covered on corned beef. And the good thing about this is that it has a really long expiration date. So more than likely, this will have been rotated out before it even expires. And could really do a lot better on having more beef stored up. And the chicken, we have plenty of chicken. This chicken won't be touched for years, I can tell you that right now. Because I still have a lot of the chicken that I canned in 16. And this is all chicken breast. I have quite a bit of it. So I have some more right here. You know, I have a few cases of canned chicken breast or pressure canned chicken breast, which is good. I remember doing these cold pack method with this chicken, and it came out really, really good. So, well, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you the rest of my stuff that I put away, because really some of that stuff ended up staying out in the working pantry. But this is my next shelf that I'm going to fill up with proteins. And more than likely, I'll probably end up filling this shelf right here with jars with chicken and beef. Mainly chicken and beef, or mainly more beef than chicken. Once I get rid of these number 10 cans, these are going to end up going downstairs as well. All right, so hopefully by the end of the winter, I'll have this shelf and this shelf completely full of proteins. All right, and then of course you can see that these shelves down here are full of proteins with some buffers in between, like paper towels. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it good for today. All right, I don't want to make this video extremely long, just showing you what I got. But I hope that this inspires some of you. And for some of those of you that may not know, because I know this question is probably going to come up. What is the PFD? The Permanent Dividend Fund in Alaska is a payment that goes out to every Alaska resident that qualifies for it on an annual basis. And what it's derived from is it's derived from, now this is what I think. I could be wrong, or I could be understating or overstating something, but I think I've got the gist of it. I think you'll be able to get the gist of it once I tell you. So the profits that are derived from the sale of the natural resources here in Alaska, of course, it's a portion of the profits. It's not all of the profits. Some of it goes into a trust fund for the state. And every year around this time, around October, we get a check, more than likely a direct deposit. That's how I do it. You just get a direct deposit, and it is taxable. You have to claim that on your federal income tax. But yeah, you pay taxes on it, and it's just a little bit of money that you get back, and it's from the resources or from the profits of the resources of the state. So I think that's a good thing. I think that states ought to be able to retrieve some of the profits made from the natural resources within that state, instead of letting it go to just the corporations. Yes, of course, the corporations were required, and the businesses that did that were required to put up capital, labor, expenses, and all that kind of stuff in order to extract those resources. But they're making a profit as well. It's not like you're taking all of their profit and giving it to the people. It's them giving some of the profits to the state for the resources that they took out and that they're making a profit on. So anyways, I'm sure some people would disagree, agree. It's all good. Having said that, though, I hope you guys got something out of this. Hey, listen, this video, this payday prep is not to try to tell you to go out and buy $200 worth of canned food. It's to tell you to start prepping. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't think that there's a need to start prepping, take a look around. Stop listening to the mainstream media. Do your own research. Be your own free thinker and think for yourselves, because there is going to be a need coming. And I hope to the good Lord that I'm 100% wrong and there never is, but I think it'll be closer to us, or sooner than later. So having said that, remember to be good to each other. Thanks again for joining in today. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you to all of the new subscribers as well. I hope you guys are finding some value in the content, and more so within the community itself. So again, Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper, and I am out.